How's it going, everybody? Yeti here, and today we are going to do a breakdown of Shang Tsung. We got a gameplay breakdown from the Kombat Kast, so we're going to take a look at that, kind of walk through his other trailer. We're going to talk about everything about it. I actually already saw it, so that kind of sucks, but trying to do something a little different this time. I gave it a day. I wanted to see what everybody else said about it, the community, FGC, everybody, content creators, and see what they thought about it, what I could have missed, stuff like that. So I don't know exactly who said what, because I watched a bunch of videos. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the content in the description below, all the people that I watched, all their videos. I'm going to link it all, so you got it, and you can go back and look at that. Most of them do what I did, and we're just going to walk through it, kind of go through it. Props to Rooflemonger. I like what he did with his, where he just broke down and just did, picked out which ones were the best, which ones, that we needed to talk about, and that was it. Instead of doing what I did and a bunch of other people did, where we just walked through it and kind of talked about it and did a reaction. I'm not going to do a reaction on it. I already did it, like I said. But we're going to get into it. We're going to watch it. And we're going to talk about what's good, what's bad, and what hopefully they fix. And our big questions we have about it. And the answers that we already know. So let's get into it. Let's get out of this video. So
it's kind of like up there with
so what they're confirming... What they're confirming right there is he is going to be a zoner. He's not really a big combo heavy. He's not going to be doing anything crazy. He's going to be a zoner like Cetrion. And for what we know, he does a lot of things that she does. He has projectiles that go forward. He has projectiles that fall from the top, and he has projectiles that come from the bottom. But it depends on what variations that he's able to use. And he looks amazing. His stance looks amazing. The way he looks, the younger Shang Tsung, and he looks awesome. And all the three variations look great. His normals look quick. They look fast. We don't know how safe they are. We don't know all the frame data, which kind of sucks. This right here is pretty cool idea. I think it's pretty interesting. Oh, he's gonna be a zoner? No, yeah, he's gonna be a zoner. So if you don't have a zoner yet, at least you'll have one. One thing that was cool about his forward throw, right? Yep. So it's only doing 100 damage. And the reason it's doing 100 damage is because it gives you 40 health back. So it's not as strong, but it gives you health back. So it's kind of more of a defensive idea, which is kind of cool for a zoner, right? You're going to get your health back and kind of, you're not going to do as much damage. So give and take, give and take. His animations look fucking amazing. All the particle effects and everything. That right here, this is dope. Look at this freaking crossover jump that he has. Yeah, that tiger, I don't know what it is. Tiger stance jump, what you want to call it? The way he jumps in the air like that? Yeah, he doesn't really have that big of combos, is what they were saying. He might kind of be like Noob, where he kind of gets combos with his special abilities, but we don't really know. So his strings are pretty good. We don't know the frame data on him, but that attack right there is weird. It's not an overhead. It's a mid.
Which looks awesome, and that combo's in the corner. So this string is actually plus on block.
And it combos in the corner, so that's good. A crushing blow on that, let's see how much that was. So he gets a crushing blow off it, is 290. And what is it normally?
It's not plus.
Is it a high?
It is
normally 121. So
here's what's really cool.
So that's good.
A little special, doesn't it? Oh.
30% almost. That's good. Compared to our 12, so we'll take that. Good.
Crushing blow.
Nice.
So the meta here would be, you're pressuring it with this, you're getting your plus flames, you're looping it. Sometimes I walk back and bait it down 1. Sometimes I do his down 3, which has really good range. And then when
down 3 looks really good.
That's when you go to this, and then once per game you're gonna get that.
It looks like he has a lot of good lows.
It's one of those characters
when they do their match, he's just spamming those lows. That one right there, I think it's a down 4. Look, it's so freaking low profile.
The only real downside to this move is that it's kind of slow, and that's kind of slow. Back 1. Which is a really fast mid. I think it's like 13 frames or something like that.
Back 1's pretty good.
Oh, that was an awesome jump attack, too. Sorry.
Yeah.
I love it.
The Kung Fu stuff's really cool. And he can confirm that into his Soul Steel or his Fireballs or whatever. And he's not going to get like a huge reward off it, but that's kind of like the fast move you use if you're up close, and then this is too slow to use.
Right.
Yeah, kind of mid to far range.
This lava string. I'm a big fan of this because this is actually a tribute.
So it looks like he's got a lot of low stuff and not really a lot of high stuff.
Remember that?
Yep.
So I never played the DC universe a lot, especially with Shang Tsung, so I don't really know this move very much. It looks funky though.
This is actually a
tribute low. So is this a high? That's what I want to know. Is that second part a high?
This is too slow to use.
I mean overhead?
Another cool one.
Right?
Oh,
not this one.
I'm a big fan of this because this is actually
So low. Is that an overhead or a mid?
MKDC Universe.
So if that goes low, mid, low, low, or is it low, mid?
One of those combo challenges had that.
Is there a high in there anywhere? Is there an overhead anywhere? I don't know. I want to see that blocked. I want to see how weird it is when they block it.
Let's keep moving with this because I have a point I want to make later.
That Zona move looked pretty cool.
We get into specials and stuff.
All right, so let's go into the specials. First off,
I don't really know when you would use that. If you could use it at the end of combos.
So hard.
it was insanely hard. Yeah.
Here's the thing I like about Shang Tsung. I guess let's keep moving with this because I have a point I want to make later, but I want to show some of those moves first. When we get into specials and stuff.
All right.
See that right there is a low, so that's good. I think he's got a lot of stuff that goes into lows.
It's pretty much.
It looks like he can get combos. It just depends on his frame data. If it's like too much recovery and he can't do anything, then that could be a big problem.
All in on the sound effect.
I really don't like the animation. He just goes like this. He just I wish it was like more impactful. Where it's like ha ta ta, it does something, but he's just tiger paw. The steel looks awesome, right?
6 seconds or so. So there's something interesting.
And the steel is like one big thing that I wanted to talk about. One big thing that like we have a lot to talk about, and that's like the big main reason you're gonna play Shang Tsung, right? Is because of that move, right? That's gonna be the main thing.
Literally twice as much as
So the main thing on that.
As the opponent.
All right. So the main thing on that, right? If he gets a steal, what's gonna happen is he can use your crushing blows initially, right? If he down twos you, that's gonna take it from his normal down two. So the big questions are: can we use their fatal blow, and then can we still use ours, or does it just go straight into ours? If you're Shang Tsung, you take Sub-Zero. Can you use his or not? Right? Can you use all his moves? Is it only the ones that he's using currently, right? Is this character, is this variation, right? Is it that the only ones you could use? Can you use all of them? It's probably looking to be that variation, but it's a question we don't know, right? What's another question that we don't know? Something that I thought was weird. So what if you're doing the Shang Tsung mirror and you steal his soul? Does that mean you can use his crushing blows as well and then on top of yours? Granted, they're the same ones, but does that mean you have multiple? Does that mean you have two? Does that mean that you can do one of the other ones that we see later? Can you do it multiple times? Can you do it once while you're you, and then once you go back? Do you even steal his soul when you do it on a mirror? I don't know. I kind of want to see what happens with that and what goes on, because that's a weird idea. What's another weird one? Oh, do you steal their fatalities? Do you not steal their fatalities? You can only use it for 6 seconds. So and it sounds like it stacks, right? It sounds like it stacks. They made a comment about Sub-Zero. If you want to do his sliding one, you'll go into get one, and then you can go back and steal soul again and get into another one. So if you are trying to hunt for crushing blows, you're going to just do that nonstop, right? You're just going to keep trying to get his crushing blows and keep going into that. The big downside beside that is you have to use it as an ender of your combos, which I don't know if it doesn't seem like it's that much damage. You don't get that much damage whenever you do one of their crushing blows, but you have multiple crushing blows to add on yours already, so that's a good plus. But it's how easy is it going to be to get into those? Well, what's this? You can use any crushing blow of any character, but I think it takes from the actual character's crushing blow. I think, oh yeah. So it does. So if you're playing Sub-Zero and you get his crush, you're playing against him, you steal his soul, you're going to be able to use his crushing blows, right? So on a character like Geras, that's going to be, really well, because his are awesome, they're strong, they're powerful, and they're easier to hit, right? But if you go into somebody like you try to steal Shao Kahn's, where he has to hit 3 of those spears and then do that one string, that's really, really hard to do. And it's not that much damage, right? By itself, it's already like 150, if that. And then you add on that it takes half of it off. It's not fucking worth it. So it would not be worth it at all. So you need to figure out which ones are worth it and which ones aren't. So it might not be every matchup, but it might be some of them, right? Some of them might be better than others. I think all Geras' ones are going to be great. You might get lucky, like Scorpion. Scorpions will be great too. If you do all his stuff and do the 2 crushing blows at once, great. That'll be perfect, right? You do the spear and then you do your 7-hit combo. Bam, you got a bunch of damage there, and you use those crushing blows on top of yours. So I think that's really good. But it just depends on the matchup and who you're using and what they're using. And that's kind of one of the things that I really want to try Shang Tsung for, is because you have to have character knowledge of everybody. It's only 6 seconds. I think they said 10 seconds, 10 or 8 seconds if you meter burn it. So you get a little bit more time with that. So that would be, more helpful to get those really hard ones to get. But you would have to know quite a bit about each character and what they use, and then you force them into the mirror match as well on top of yours as well. So I think it'd be nice for me to learn those type of other characters and learn Shang Tsung. And I think that's what I'm going to do with this channel, is I'm going to already do videos on all the other characters on top of it, so might as well play Shang Tsung as well and learn that at the same time and try to figure it out. And then you'll have the knowledge of all the crushing blows, you'll have knowledge of how those moves work and stuff like that. So it's going to be a big learning experience, but it'll also be fun, and then we can do stuff on the challenge. Hella hard. You only got 6 seconds. Yeah, like 6 seconds to do all of that is going to be pretty damn crazy. I don't know everyone's crushing blows. Like, you're never going to do Johnny Cage's unless they change it. His are way too damn hard. Anyone that does like a 6 combo move, you'll be able to get. The characters I know, like Jackie, hers is going to be hella hard to do. You have to get those clinches. But I mean, you're far away and you do a punch and you get that one. Perfect. Cool. Good damage. Well, I mean, at 50%, it's not going to be great damage, but it's still going to be damage you can add on to it. And that threat is going to be there in the person you're playing as well. They know, oh shit, he's going for crushing blows, kind of thing, right? So I don't know. I think there's a lot to be said about that mechanic, and there's a lot to be found out about that mechanic and tested and figured out. And sure, I'm going to be doing it as soon as I get my hands on them. I'm going to be trying them all out and trying to figure it out, what works, what doesn't work, how hard it is, how hard it's not. But yeah, no, we'll definitely have that up as well. Off of Mimic, Jamming, and so on. Oh, okay. There you go. I didn't know that. See, that's the character knowledge I don't know. I don't know that you could, you could do the amplified nut check for Johnny to get that crushing blow. Like, I didn't know that. So that's the things that it's going to help me figure out later on. Like, okay, how the character works a little bit better. What crushing blows they have, stuff like that. The person that would be scary at this is like competitive to that high level would be Sonic Fox. Like, him playing Shang Tsung is scary because he knows all of them. He knows all the matchup. He knows all that they can do. He knows all their strings, all their combos. He would be gross. All right, let's go back and see what else we missed here. That is the other thing we got to talk about too. Whenever he changes out of it, that's going to be another problem, right? So he's going to change out of it, so that's a problem. So that's another question I have. So if you grab him and you change out of it, do you still finish your animations and then you go into your falling out of the change? Or does it interrupt you and you just drop it? Can you skip it? Can you not have that? Is it really bad? The matchup they do later, he does it and he gets hit by Jade's low projectile from full range. From full screen, he gets hit by it. So is it going to affect that? Did he just not block down, or was he still stuck in the animation? Punish moment for sure. Yeah, like, I don't know how punishable it will be, and like that will kind of deter people from using it because they're like, well, if I can't do it and get unpunished for free, then what's the worth of it? Like, okay, I might be able to get some damage on it, but I'm going to get punished for it afterwards. Like, what's the point of that? Like, that wouldn't be worth it. So we'll have a lot of testing to do, and it's going to be, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered with it, right? There's going to be a lot of testing, a lot of figuring out things that work, things that don't work. Maybe he has a string or something that can pop him. Oh no, you'll be the character, so you won't be able to do that. You'd have to do one of their strings to pop him up, or like I was saying, do a grab that put him away. And what happens if you're in the middle of a crushing blow? Do you get knocked out of it if you're in the crushing blow because you ran out of time? Yeah, that's one of the reasons you're not excited yet. Yeah, there's a lot of questions to be had, but that's the exciting part, man. That's the cool part about it, is trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, what's the way to break it, what's the way to make it work. All these different things. What are the limitations? What can we do? What can we not do? Like, that's exciting. I would have never thought I would have been like interested in playing Shang Tsung and all the characters, but to make him better and liable to make him work would be awesome, right? But we don't know. His frame data could be so terrible that it just makes it hard to use. We don't know. I mean, he has a lot of mids. We don't know how fast or safe they are. They are saying some are safe and some are, you know, relatively quick. And he's got a great bunch of, you know, zoning tools. So we'll just have to see. Any combo variations for him? Yeah, we don't know. He could be like Noob Saibot, where he has, you know, very low strings, but he has a bunch of moves that he can combo into the strings and stuff like that. So it looks like he's got a lot of stuff that bounce, and then from there, then you can get a combo off of it. Having all those crushing blows was awesome. Granted, it's only half, but I mean, it'd be a fear. See, they confirmed right there. You could change it to a couple times to get it to work, so it does stack. That was the other thing where he used that. He used it against Jade. That was pretty quick though. That was pretty quick. When he fell out of it, that was pretty quick. It wasn't too.
So it's a pretty good like mid-range move to check them.
That seemed pretty quick.
New move, which is actually his own kind of slide. It's a mid. It doesn't reach full screen.
That sucks. That slide is not a low. It's a mid slide. I don't know if that's that good.
Secondly, a new move, and this is again an example of him using sorcery.
I like kind of charged moves, but that's slow. It's weak. It's a mid. A mid's fine, but you can't really get anything off it. It's not like Shao Kahn's.
Oh, that makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
Having a drop projectile like that, like a falling projectile, and then a low, and then a bunch of mids, like that'll be cool. And trying to get that into a combo probably won't work, because look how long it takes.
Like they're kind of regulated because of the fireball, and they got to be ready to block that. And the low.
So yeah, I don't know if you can get that in a combo, so that's something you'd have to test. But being able to fight, and then drop that on top, like, would be cool. Or use it as a setup, so they're stunned, they do it, and then you go into a low. I doubt that'll happen. But that would probably be too much.
Because you've probably practiced 15 people in the...
Yeah, and this is what he's saying here, right? He's saying that, you know, if you know a big pool of characters, it'd be nice to use them because you would know that knowledge. Granted, you're only going to have it for 6 seconds or 10 seconds. You're not going to have it for that long. But you need to know, you know, the general base of what they do and how they do it. Like, that'd be cool. So this is cool because it's safe on block, but there are some variations that get rid of it.
It's also a great block.
But that's cool that he can go in and actually use that and make it safe.
And he'll be pushed away.
But granted, that really long mid can be popped out.
Like, you want to be in range for your forward too, and you don't want to be close to the opponent. You want to be in range for soul steal, all that kind of juicy stuff.
And on the soul steal, I wonder how close you. If you're too close, does it go by him and doesn't hit him, or is it just you can hit him from the whole thing? What up, Shimuko? So this move right here looks hella good, right? You can be doing projectiles and zoning out, and then if they do anything to you, then cool. You can get to them and reverse it, right? That's freaking awesome. It's punches, attacks, and it's also ranged moves as well. So say Jade is back and she's zoning you out, and then you throw that out, bam, cool, you hit her, right?
So to me, the perfect scenario here is...
and then what he's saying here, right, which is kind of cool.
You do a second one.
So it seems easy, but it seems hard at the same time. Like yes. But it seems like it does the same thing, right? Or what he was saying was a good idea. So you do the one, cool, you're right there close, and you either do one of two things. You back up and wait for them to do a wake up attack. Cool, you hit it again, and then you get the damage. Or two, you just back up, wait for them to do another projectile, hit it again, and then you get it. Right? So that's good. And then look how much damage it did. It did so much damage. Oh, you have to amplify it for normal attacks. That part I didn't hear. I thought you just get it for everything. It's not like Kotal Khan where he just does his and you can do hits and projectiles. So you actually have to amplify it for hits. Okay. Cool. And Crispo, 370.
Perfect scenario here.
370. So 37%. Where that's... I feel like that's either going to be really hard to get or really easy to get. It's not something you can do. It's something that they have to do, so it's kind of a little bit harder to do, but I still think it'll happen, right? But people knowing it, that it's there, they might not do it. So, I don't know, but there's been people that do it on Liu Kang. I get hit by it all the time with Liu Kang. So, you know, it just depends. That one's kind of, it's really good. I think that one's really good. Rain? I don't like Rain's. I don't like his move at all. Cool, you hit him across, right? Not much damage.
They'll come back around and he gets a combo.
So in lore,
Okay, you get a combo off of it. All right, that could be good, right? That could be for that. But his crushing blow is so little on it, it's not worth it.
So he has control over that.
And it makes it go faster because he's
Well, you don't have to. You don't have to do 2 bars. It sounds like you only got to use 1 bar on the last one. The reason he used a bar is because he was doing it as a projectile or as a personal hit. See, that doesn't look like it does any damage. Probably like 100 damage, right?
So lastly, I gave
For a crushing blow that's so freaking weird that you have to cancel it and then redo it.
Hit them with it right after you have canceled it.
So you have to cancel it and then hit it. So you use a piece of your defensive meter and then you take a little bit of damage. I didn't know that it was a defensive meter. I thought it was. I did not know it's defensive meter. That kind of changes it. You need your defensive meter to break out and stuff. So that kind of sucks that it's your defensive meter. But I feel like it's also better than not using your other meter. You're using your defensive meter.
It does a little bit.
But it does no damage for the crushing blow.
Switch places the opponent. So
Yeah, if you're good at more. Yeah, I know.
they have you in the corner.
Still 1 bar is hard to read. Yeah, I know. I got you. Yeah, I got you. But people do it, man. People do it all the time. People do it with Kano. People do it with Jade. People do it with Liu Kang. It can be done. Especially if you do projectiles. If you can do it off 2 projectiles in a row, no problem. So this move right here seems broken as hell.
Cancel it.
Not Rain. Rain, we're on the fence about. We don't really know.
Right after
Smokes for sure is really good. We want Smokes in that variation. We don't know about this one yet.
And does it take bar to cancel?
You can get a combo off of it.
Okay.
And then the crushing blow is really kind of weird.
This is his soul warp.
But the thing I'm thinking about right now is say you're going into an attack and then you decide to cancel it. I don't know if that works. If you can cancel it, take a bar off of it, and then hit him with it, like that would be really cool, right? That would be really good. So maybe there is tech for it. Maybe I'm not thinking about all the ways to use this kick, but if you do that, that's really great, right? If you can cancel it for free, you can hold it too, right? So you can hold it for however long you want to, and then let it go. So I think that's a big key as well. It's kind of like Gears' punch.
With it right after you have canceled it.
Oh.
So that looks really quick, right? That looks pretty damn fast.
I mean,
And it takes defensive, so you can do it in a move.
Embarrassing, you would ask.
You're right.
You can also cancel it.
It's taking a defensive meter off of that.
To hit them with it right after you have canceled it.
Oh. And does it take bar to cancel it?
Yes, it does.
So it took defensive bar to cancel it. So I think that will be good to use, right? You're doing a combo string, you cancel into that, and then you do it again after they and then they move, right? I think that might actually be worth it. We'll have to see. If that can make it safe and you go into that and you cancel it, and then you can do a mix up off of that, that's good. That could be good. I wasn't thinking about that.
This is his soul warp.
And soul warp is busted. That looks hella busted.
Switch places the opponent. So an obvious setup would be they have you in the corner.
Okay, so they're really basic with this. They said, okay, if you're in the corner,
Switch.
if you're in the corner, cool, just switch. But think about this. Think about if they're in the air and then you switch and then you come down and hit them. Think about another way you knock them down and then you switch them again. Like, will that stuff work? Will it not work? I don't think that's going to be a variation that's going to be a tournament variation. But there could be multiple ways to use that. They're just in the corner, get out of it. No.
I don't want to judge.
No.
All right, so let's go to another loadout.
I want to see if, hey, you're on the ground. Cool. Can you hit them with it? Will it work? If they're in the air, do you do it? So think about if you jump in and try to do a combo, and you're hitting them and you pop them up, and then you switch places with them, and then do an attack coming down, and then hit them again, or use that as a mix-up. Like, I don't know if that would work, right? Would they put it back on the ground? Would they still be standing up after that? I don't know. All right, and they're talking about now that we got this other variation, and they're saying this other variation is the tournament variation, and it seems like it's more.
Good question.
Does this one have Ermac and stuff on it? Oh, let's see. I think this one had more Shang Tsung stuff.
All right, so I'm super into this.
He looks amazing. He looks great. This is where we saw him in the crypt, and I think it looks awesome.
You know, Shang Tsung, so I'm glad he's back. So here I gave him, I think, a combo and zoning variation. The first thing is Skulls is back.
Oh, jeez, you're really confused us there.
Yeah.
All right, so that looks really good, really fast.
They do really good damage.
Yeah, you got 171. Oh, okay.
Skull hits, so, like, if they
So he's got a crushing blow like Sonya, right?
or if they let go of block because they guessed you rolling into
So it looks really good for zoning.
His underlings where you, yeah.
exactly. And then the
Now, are
real,
the first two highs?
Oh yeah, and they go highs into mid, so that's good. That's normal, right? That's like everybody else.
when you amplify.
And he's got the ground ones. They can go to a combo. That's basic exchange set stuff.
Ooh.
And these moves are awesome.
250, not bad.
Confirm into it. You can use them if
All
you
right.
think the opponent's
Good damage, good mix up.
and, you know, it kind of will stop.
I think all the stuff's lows for the most part, except for that drop. So if you can do a combo in that and then drop the body, that's good.
Right.
So you're
How
kinda
fast
getting
it'll be though.
significantly better combos, but you are losing like, kind of the safe pushback, so it's kind of a give and take.
Oh, and that takes away his pushback. That takes that throw down. That throw the meteor, it gets rid of it. I like this, dude. This jacket, the movie, everything. It looks awesome. But it's probably gonna be like level 5 tower to get to. It's probably gonna be hard to get.
I mean,
It'll be this, and it'll be him pointing, saying, "Your soul is mine." Okay. So the Ermac was this one. This one isn't variation.
fight to get a combo.
I think this is really good that he gets the combo off of it. Right, gets that pop up, and then he can get a combo off of the Ermac slam. But they didn't say it's got a crushing blow, so we don't know if it's got a crushing blow.
So the first thing I gave him is Ermac's lift. He transforms into the Crimson Ninja, does this lift. You can amplify it to get a combo.
See, that's really good.
The second thing I
20%
gave
damage,
him
alright.
is it replaces his slide with Reptile slide, and this one's a low. It goes much farther.
So he replaces his mid slide for an actual low slide, and it has a really strong crushing blow on it. Way worth it. What, 25%? Oh, 27. 28% almost? Perfect.
So if you're, complimenting him with his comments.
The
and
nooch.
stuff,
Where's it dangerous?
in the neutral.
The nooch.
There we
I
go.
don't.
Oh,
use that.
jeez.
Me neither.
I don't like-
Me neither.
that's made me very
Okie
uncomfortable.
dokie.
I hate it more than most things. And I hate a lot of things.
And lastly, just
I like
for
that,
example,
subtle.
unique new kind of trap moves. He has this firewall, so he'll take out his.
So
skull,
this firewall looks interesting, and you probably do a lot of cool things in the corner. But look how slow it is.
behind them,
Look how slow that is.
push him into it.
Pulls it out, grabs it, and then throws it.
He'll actually start moving towards them.
That one seemed a little quicker.
The skull or whatever.
But yeah, no, it seems like it takes way too long.
Where it came towards them or
Maybe in the corner you could do something, knock him up, do a setup, and then hit him with it, and then get something off of it. But I'm not sure about that one.
Skulls, and they're not going to be able to dash
I mean,
without
that
taking damage.
it doesn't stop projectiles or anything like that. So it just, hey, you can't go over this
Choice. And
kind of
he
thing.
actually has a couple other moves like that we didn't show in the trailer and we didn't show here. That are
I don't. There could be something for it, but for the most part, I don't see anything for it yet.
Yes.
So he saw his fatal blow. It's pretty sweet. Being able to transform into the 3 ninjas he's not using, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and then Noob. I think that was kind of cool. Instead of just having the other ones in your variations, they kind of change it up and show us more. So I think that's pretty neat.
You cloned Kitana, you despicable fiend.
Would you like a sister too, Jade?
I would like to end your life.
He's such an ass. It's great.
That is so freaking awesome. Is that you want a sister? No, monks, no! Leave him alone! That was unnecessary. Ah! Oh my gosh. So wrong. So crazy. You got this one in Kitaro? Man, he has some crazy fatalities. So that's pretty much our things, right? That's pretty much the problems that we have and the questions that we have. I think Seiso's going to be great. I think, well, I'm hoping he's great, right? The mechanics that he have is pretty neat. You can steal their soul. You can use their crushing blows. Yes, it does half damage, but now you got a mini game inside of another mini game that, all right, I need to get their soul, and now I need to do their crushing blows, right? You need to know how to use their characters and scare them with it. It's only for a couple seconds, but it'd still be neat to be able to do. Whether in the competitive scene it's actually going to happen, if you're actually going to do it, if it's just a niche thing that we're really not going to see, we'll have to wait and see. Looks like all of his moves are lows and, a lot of projectile heavy. They said that he's more like Sindel. That he's more like Cetrion, right? With the range and stuff that he can do. He can do highs, he can do lows, then he can do mids. He's got, seems like some pretty good crushing blows. We don't know anything about, we know one variation, tournament variation, and that one tournament variation seems like it's old Shang Tsung stuff. It doesn't seem like we have any of the ninjas on top of it, that it's all just that. Yeah, so, you know, there's questions about the soul steel as well. Like, are we going to be able to, you know, use, we're gonna be able to use their crushing blows for half, but are we gonna be able to use their fatal blows? Are we gonna be able to use their fatalities? I doubt on both of those, but that would be interesting, right? If you could use theirs and use yours, like busted. But they won't do that. That's crazy. There's no way. There's a couple of moves that in combo strings and in other, you know, scenarios, how are they going to work? What are they going to do? So that's going to be interesting. I think he's going to be a character that's really difficult. I don't see a lot of people. There might be a lot of people that try him and then give up because of how difficult he's going to be. Because not only do you need to know your character, you need to know other people's characters as well. And to be able to use them and use their crushing blows and to make him viable and actually scary is you'd have to know all that stuff. So we're going to have to wait and see what people do with them. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. We're going to have to wait and see what people find out about him. I'm excited for him. I believe it's going to help me become a better player, to know other characters and then be able to make him viable within that sense, if it's even possible. We don't know his frame data. He's got a bunch of mids, but he's got a bunch of lows. Doesn't seem like he has a lot of overheads, so he's going to be blocking low a lot. His jump in was good. So yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. I am excited about it. I do want to see what happens. And I think what I'm going to do is start making videos of like a week of a certain character along with having him in the mix as well. And I think that's going to kind of, one, be a good series. Two, help me learn more characters and bring more content out. So I'm excited. I can't wait. We're going to see what happens with it. We get him very, very soon. June 18th, not far away. Not very far away. Very, very soon. Very exciting. Gonna be fun to actually try our first DLC character and see what he does, how they implement his costumes and stuff like that, what happens with that, his gear. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. Once again, I am excited. We will, just like everybody else, we'll just have to wait and see. It sucks that the ninjas, like, it's one thing I was afraid of about the ninjas, that they're not going to be in the tournament variation, but I feel like he is going to be better in the casual circuit anyways, because people are like, oh, for fun, so I can learn characters and stuff like that. Like, competitively, he's going to be hard to use. But fun-wise, he's going to be hella fun being able to switch between all the ninjas and do different things. And there's still things we don't know that he's going to be able to do. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see what they are, because we don't know. Yet again, this is Overpoweredyeti. Thanks for watching the breakdown. And when he comes out, we'll definitely be trying him out. So I'll see you guys then. Do you actually analyze your opponent's playstyle when you fight them like you do in this video? Yeah, well, a lot slower. I'm trying to get better at that. All right, shut up. But no, I do. But it's mostly myself as well. Like, I'll be playing and it's like, okay, I'm doing a lot of these. Or, hey, they're doing wake up every time. Or, hey, they're jumping every time. Like, that's some things that you can pick up and stuff. And I'm getting better at that and picking up on it.
Yeah, it's classic.
Like when you jump, Shimbuko, you always jump back. Ooh, you didn't know that. You're welcome.
Ooh, we have a third.
And every time you jump back, you teleport. Ooh. I don't know how to do a good outro. I don't. Your soul is mine.